Welcome! On this channel, we share the freshest insights from the world of neural networks, hardware, and technology. Subscribe right now so you don't miss a thing. And if you need your own AI agent, reach out and I'll help you build one tailored to your needs. Now, picture this. Back in 1860, our ancestors marched on Constantinople, literally forcing proud Byzantium to recognize a grand new power. Well, today, we are witnessing something incredibly similar. We are looking at a magnificent new open-source neural network called Qwen Agent World, and it is making a glorious journey of its own. It really stands like a brave, mythical challenger, marching boldly against those closed corporate empires. Section 1. The Open-Source Challenger. A sovereign model. Simulating the real world. Testing AI agents. So for a long time, the artificial intelligence landscape has basically been dominated by insidious corporate monopolies. But Qwen Agent World is here to challenge that entire status quo. You know the fundamental problem with how we usually test AI, right? Regular agents are pushed out into a harsh, fragile, real-world environment. They have to click real buttons on live websites, which is honestly incredibly slow and so prone to breaking. But the developers found a brilliant, almost magical fix for this. Instead of relying on a fragile external world, the neural network itself becomes a vast internal simulation. It is just like the wise goddess Mokosh, smoothly weaving the threads of destiny. It creates and accurately predicts 7 shining worlds, making the whole testing process robust and incredibly fast.
Section 2. 2 great tech families, dividing 7 worlds.
So these 7 distinct worlds woven by our digital goddess, they are beautifully organized into 2 mighty branches. Let us explore the very first branch, the text and code family. This noble family holds absolute mastery over the realm of pure text and strict program code. We are talking about the classic command line terminal, the vast interfaces of search engines, complex API servers, and of course, the unforgiving code editor. It handles the foundational logical magic of the digital realm with absolute perfect precision. And now, let's take a look at the second branch, the Visual Windows family. Much like the speedy and magical spirit Samargl, this family swiftly manages beautiful, highly complex visual interfaces. It seamlessly predicts interactions with colorful web pages, it understands exactly how Android phone screens operate, and it totally masters classic desktop operating systems. But you know what is truly enchanting here? It's the flawless screen swipe prediction. It knows exactly how a visual layout will change before a single virtual finger is even lifted.
Sovereign hardware and specs. The mighty outpost.
But hey, we do need to ground this inspiring fairy tale in some hard technical reality, right? Where does this mighty digital sovereign actually live? Well, we deployed this powerful outpost on a rugged home server running Ubuntu. At its very heart is an incredibly powerful NVIDIA server card, watched over by a faithful house spirit, a Domovoy if you will. And the sheer scale of the intelligence here is just immense. 35 billion smart parameters make up the massive foundation of the Qwen model. It represents this vast, deep well of learned knowledge and predictive power, totally ready to simulate all 7 of those complex worlds. Now, to house that massive intellect, you obviously need some serious, expansive space. That NVIDIA card packs a whopping 80 gigabytes of active memory. And honestly, this massive capacity is absolutely critical. It is what allows this mighty sovereign outpost to run without breaking a single sweat, ensuring that all those simulated worlds run smoothly, flawlessly, and beautifully. But remember, there's a really vast difference between simple storage and active magical use. The neural network itself is actually surprisingly small when you first download it. It takes up just 26 gigabytes and then unpacks to about 70 on your disk. But when we launch the server using the standard basic command, it literally sprang to life in an instant, consuming a whopping 76 gigabytes of active memory. This digital mind is incredibly hungry and incredibly powerful when it fully wakes up. So how was this massive mind actually created from scratch? Well, think of ancient elders carefully arranging chaotic, glowing sparks into a smooth, orderly, golden pattern. The training proceeded very carefully across 3 lengthy stages. First, raw knowledge about all 7 worlds was injected directly into the weights. Second, deep analysis training taught the model to actually think and profoundly predict each subsequent step. And finally, rigorous reinforcement learning was applied, reliably securing a perfect, flawless final result. Section 3. Testing the digital mind. The ultimate trials. Once that rigorous training was complete, it was time for the ultimate trials. Just like the stern mythological hero Ilya Muromets stepping up to prove his hidden power, the model faced some incredibly strict benchmarks. First, we gave the model a fake terminal with pre-made text files, and we asked it for a specific, strict system document. And you guys, the result was pure magic. It perfectly drew the next input line without running a single real command on the Linux system. It just brilliantly imagined the entire process right there in its digital head. Next, we tested a complex server for searches. It recalled data absolutely flawlessly and returned a perfect document, succeeding purely within its own grand internal simulation. Absolutely wild.
Section 4. The Sovereign AI Future. An Open Future.
So, on the Agents World benchmark, this open model confidently takes on the massive giants, those closed-source gatekeepers who act like the villainous Koschei trying to control artificial intelligence, well, they simply can no longer maintain their dark grip. Because as the evidence clearly shows, powerful open models can confidently simulate entire vast virtual spaces. We literally no longer need to test our intelligent agents on fragile real-world systems. Sovereign AI has truly become a reliable, robust, and entirely local foundation for creation in this magnificent new digital era. True magic is now accessible right there on your own glowing desk.
Which brings us to our final question. What will you build in this new, beautifully independent digital landscape? A bright, sovereign future is already here, and it's running smoothly on open servers today. Please subscribe to our updates and become a channel sponsor so that we can continue to explore all this magic together. Thank you so much for your support. It really helps the project grow. Many more amazing discoveries lie ahead. Keep learning, and I'll see you in the next explainer.